Hey, Mikey, I have a few yolks for you. You ready?
Well, I have a few yolks for you. You ready?
Well, I see we're off to a punny start.
Why did the egg hide? It was a little chicken.
It was a little chicken.
What did the egg text his ex-girlfriend when she ghosted him? Why the hell are you ignoring me? How do monsters like their eggs prepared? Terra-fried, of course. Do you know how to make an egg roll, Mikey? You just give it a little push. Why did the eggs run so fast? They were afraid of being beaten.
So,
okay.
A bunch of great yolks you had just then.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, enough of that nonsense. Let's get on with things. Salutations, you sneaky egg snatchers. You know exactly who you are. I'm the one and only Mr. Robin, or as my wrestling fans in Cleveland affectionately refer to me, Mr. Robin, but more often, the Masked Egger, famous for my signature move of pelting raw eggs at opponents who dare to get the upper hand. With me on this wacky escapade into strangeness that is America, Mikkel Murray Robinson.
Woo! Yay!
Or as the podcast uni knows her, Mikey-on-the-Mic. Enough of that. Say hello to the ovum purloiners in our audience, Mikey.
What are you doing? Well, hello, ovum purloining audience.
That is kind of hard to say.
Yeah, what the hell?
Welcome to episode 42 of Mr. Robert's podcast.
Of Mr. Purloin himself.
Purloin.
Woo, whatever.
What
does it even mean?
I feel like a theft. I feel like I'm sitting in one of those, what is it, dark detective movies, and the cops are shining the spotlight in my face trying to get a confession on me or something. Welcome to episode 42 of Mr. Robin's Hood podcast. We're coming to you digitally from Studio B here at the compound located just outside the altogether frozen tundra of Fargo, Oklahoma, a town known for the motto, translated from the Latin, our polar bears wear OU sweatshirts.
What?
Today's episode, that was exactly what I was looking for.
Is that what you're looking for? I'm perplexed.
Today's episode was pulled from a couple different news articles that kind of summarize the current egg crisis in America today.
And this is a travesty. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
This is a travesty. The whole egg situation. It makes me wanting to get chickens in town that much more like a needed goal sooner than not,
Can you have chickens in town?
So I have done some research asking around, all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. And yes, the answer is yes, but I had to make sure my neighbors were cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have a rooster. You can't have roosters in town. They have to be hens. And I can only have so many, and I can't remember how many that is now because it's been a while since I was figuring that out. But anyhow, so the answer is yes. Yeah. And I have the land.
Yeah.
I do have a spacious area in town too.
What are you going to do to keep your cats off of the baby chicks?
Well, I've been thinking this through. here
Okay.
lately after this egg crisis and that we have to pay a butt ton of money for eggs.
Yeah.
What was it? $9 a dozen.
$9 a dozen.
And I'm gonna pay it because I'm not gonna stop eating eggs. That's one of my favorite things. But I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. I got so into eggs. Help me.
You want me to keep going?
No.
Oh.
What was I saying?
I don't know. You were talking about buttloads of cash for eggs.
Before I got off on the egg thing.
Oh, you had thought through how you were going to deal with
my
chicken.
cats.
Cats.
So I'm gonna build this mansion of a chicken coop. Actually, Brett's gonna build it with my assistance.
Of course.
Because I can't do it on my own. That's not something I'm capable of doing. And so when my cats are outside, they're not going to be able to have access to the chickens because they're going to be in this mansion of a chicken coop, all safe from the, my cats. Or so I think. I mean, we're going to design this chicken coop so the cats can't get in there.
I gotcha.
Like this will be part of the design process. And then, when we put the cats inside and we're outside, we can let the chickens roam a little bit. But that's kind of, the plan.
Okay. All right. So the egg crisis in America today is a multi-sided crisis. First of all, egg prices are too high. I was in Walmart on Saturday and they were getting $9 for a dozen eggs. That's way up from the national average of $4.15 in December. The other part of this is people are beginning to steal eggs in ways that are truly unbelievable, and then presumably selling them on the egg white market. And finally, there are egg shortages all over the United States right now. The thing that struck me when I heard about egg shortages and the theft of huge hauls of eggs, like the 100,000 that were stolen in Pennsylvania early on in February, it reminded me of the toilet paper shortages that sort of coincided with the pandemic. It was during Donald Trump's first term, and he had just laid tariffs on China, and word began to spread that toilet paper comes from China. It doesn't. It never has. But people were so wigged out that there were runs on the stuff in stores, and store shelves were emptied, which led to more panic because heaven help us if we run out of toilet paper, right? In the end, the idiots who had literally bought up truckloads of toilet paper then tried to return the stuff to those stores for refunds. Once things, slowed down.
Why would you do that, though? Like, I would just be like, hell yeah, I got toilet paper for days, bitch.
I got toilet paper up the ass.
Yeah, right? It's coming out of all the orifices. I love toilet paper. I mean, it's not like it's going to go bad.
Well, and people were actually trying to return it.
I know, that's what I don't get.
The stores were putting up signs that said, we're not refunding your
toilet paper. You just keep it, you dodo. I mean, you're going to use it.
Yeah. So presumably there were people all over the country that still had warehouses full of the stuff. All in all, it was a very shitty situation.
No pun intended.
On the upside, the Acme Bidet Company, of which my pal Wiley Pymore is a part owner, enjoyed a great run of orders at the time. Did you get your bidet?
No, but I am down for a bidet, and I will get me one, just like I'm going to get me those chickens.
Okay. But it just struck me that there are striking similarities to the so-called egg crisis. I mean, you have people stealing huge quantities of eggs, presumably for resale.
Don't mean to interrupt you, but I just had this thought of like people back, like, when they were homesteading the area and everything, and everybody kind of were living off the land back in those days. Can you imagine having one of those people and being like, telling them that we're having an egg crisis and everything, and just like the look on their face, like, what is happening? When I can just go out back and, grab some out of the little coop here.
Yeah. And yeah.
Can you imagine the mind-blowingness that would be?
Oh, yeah.
For that?
It would be mind-blowing. So, and it's not just these huge hauls of eggs going out the doors, but people are actually going into stores and stealing 1 or 2 eggs at a time. They take them out of the cartons, shove them into their pockets, and then head for the egg.
The people at Walmart asking for your receipt, now they're like smacking the side of your leg to break the eggs that you're trying to steal.
Yeah. So the toilet paper crisis was made up. I mean, it never existed. This one actually has cause. It's caused by bird flu and forces egg producers to euthanize millions of chickens every month in an attempt to contain the virus. They need Anthony Fauci there.
Well, I'm just having these crazy. I just pictured Anthony Fauci in like a rooster mask. Can you see that? He walks up in there. Yeah. Anyhow, whatever.
The first report I saw from Forbes, of all sources, came in early February, wherein about 100,000 eggs, think about that, worth an estimated $40,000 was being stolen from a truck owned by a leading free-range egg producer in Pennsylvania. I mean, what the hell are you going to do with 100,000 eggs?
Well, they were going to go sell it on the egg white market.
It's not
and make 40,000, 80,000.
It's not like you can move them on eBay or something.
That would be something. I would be so pissed if I ordered eggs on eBay and they came, they're all broken. I mean, how would you ship eggs?
I have no idea.
I mean, it would be like, and yeah, it's like you say fragile, and it's like fragile, don't turn upside down, don't look at it wrong.
Yeah. And keep it cool.
Then
just days later, USA Today was reporting the theft of 40,000 eggs in the Seattle area. These guys broke into the cooler of a local cafe, then left after the alarms went off, but then they returned a few minutes later for more eggs and assorted other breakfast items. The hell was that about?
I don't know what the hell that was about, but hearing the whole cafe thing, it makes me think about my mother-in-law, and she has a bakery, and she goes through so many eggs, right? Yeah. That is an essential part of her doing business. And I'm like,
has she had to raise her prices?
Well, she probably needs to. But, I mean, how do you do that? I mean, it's like I have to raise my price temporarily because, I mean, right?
Yeah.
Because then when they go back, because they always go back down. I mean, this isn't the first time we've had a so-called egg crisis or them going.
No, it was a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah. The last one. Of them going up.
Right.
And it's like, what do you do there? I don't know.
And I've noticed, I haven't seen it around here, but I did see something in one of those articles that were talking about restaurants and diners and that sort of thing are putting egg surcharges on your check. You get an extra $1 for every egg they had to use. So It's just kind of.
Well, I mean, because when they're doubled in price, I mean, if you don't, then you're not going to make a profit and you can't stay. I mean, it's just that's the belly of the beast.
But I still don't get what the hell you're going to do with 100,000.
I don't know. I mean, they had to want to resell them. I mean, that's to me the most logical thing, unless
I guess
you owned a bunch of restaurants and you were going to go through those and
or you wanted to have the world's biggest raw egg fight.
Whoa, that'd be crazy.
That would be kind of cool. No, it wouldn't.
Right, only if you could shower outdoor. No, you stand out there and I'll hose your ass down. You know, you don't need an outdoor shower. I'll just hose you down.
And then the idiots in Seattle that actually risked being arrested because they went back to the scene of the crime to steal a few more eggs and probably a slab of bacon or something. None of this makes any. What the hell's going on in America?
I don't know. I know, and eggs is it's one of those things. I mean, can you imagine, everything that we use eggs for?
Oh, yeah.
They're one of it's not like, some of those household items or household food products that you just use every once in a while. This is something that's in so many recipes and in so many things, and people that eat fried eggs or eggs every morning. And it's just it's changing people's lives in a weird sense.
Band of angry cardiologists that stole all those eggs in Pennsylvania.
Maybe. Although I thought eggs are good for you.
Oh, it depends. If you check the news reports 2 weeks from now, they're going to tell you that it's a death knell if you eat an egg. And then they come back and they say, it's probably okay.
Yeah, see, I'm so confused.
Yeah, the whole thing is.
Do you want me to love eggs or not? Because I think I'm just going to always love them no matter what.
Okay. So here on Mr. Robin's Hood podcast, we are declaring down with cardiologists. Send your hate mail to Mikey.
No, don't. I'm going to be busy thinking of all the reasons I love eggs.
Oh, there you go.
Like, a hard-boiled egg. It's so good. Okay, so all the ways that I love eggs, right?
Yes.
I think I love eggs in every way. I will even use an egg to make a cocktail.
Oh.
There are recipes.
I want to hear this. Raw egg.
There are recipes in some kind of, more fancier cocktails that call for eggs. Yeah, it makes them frothy.
Oh, okay. So do you just use the egg white or the whole thing?
It kind of depends, I think, but more the white. It's usually more the white. Oh. But it does depend on the recipe. And then it makes me always think of Beauty and the Beast, where Gaston is like, he eats the raw eggs or, eats the raw eggs every morning. Yeah. Rocky?
Yeah.
Balboa?
Yeah. He that was in the first movie. He's dumping egg after egg after egg after egg. And they just,
yeah.
Makes me want to throw up.
Yeah. But then, that's how you make meringue, is out of eggs.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
And then there's omelets, and there's fried eggs, there's scrambled eggs.
I do love omelets.
There's eggs Benedict, there's sunny side up, there's poached eggs,
Yeah.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Brett makes some really good deviled eggs.
Oh. Yeah.
Really good.
Their talent.
Yeah.
Brett.
Yeah. But eggs are amazing.
Wasn't that a jingle at some point? The amazing.
Oh, there's Jimmy's egg.
No. There was a
commercial.
They were ads from the Egg Council of America or something.
The Egg Council of America.
That was amazing something eggs.
So when I was a kid, my dad had a friend who raised emus.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I was able to obtain an egg from an emu, right? Have you ever seen one?
Can't say that I have.
They're big. And they're green.
Oh, swell.
Yeah, like it was like this big.
So what did you do with it?
I took it to show and tell at school. And then I told everybody as a joke it was a dinosaur egg, and they were all like, oh, and I'm like, just kidding, it's an emu egg. It was a great joke.
But did you fry it or boil it?
No. I didn't ever eat it.
Hell out of it.
Now, the hard-boiled eggs that are like pickled that you get at like a bar.
Yeah, no.
And you put hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do those a lot.
Oh, yeah. We used to go to this place.
Very much.
Yeah, they're not as common, but we used to go to this place in Alva called the Depot, and I was always getting a pickled egg.
Okay. So are we done talking about eggs?
Are you done talking about eggs?
Yeah, because I gotta.
I could
deal
talk
with
about
everything.
eggs all day.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But I'm sure that not everybody wants to hear me talk about eggs all day. And so, therefore, we can wrap up the egg nonsense that's been egging around this podcast all egging day.
Very good.
The end.
Very good.
You're welcome.
It's been a
Please come again
day.
and bring a carton of eggs.
There you go.
Or F you.
Yeah. So that's it, Mikey. We hope you folks conveniently listening at home or in your car enjoyed that. If you have any questions for either Mikey or myself about today's episode or any other darn thing, you can email us at mr.robin@mrrobinshood.com or mikey@mrrobinshood.com. Particularly if you're an angry cardiologist, send to the latter.
No egging way.
Also, you can find us on Facebook at Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast. As always, you can also reach out to Mikey or me via Podophone at 580-827-0472. Maybe you just want to get something off your chest or you're feeling some butt pain, like you're a cardiologist, because of something I just said during the podcast.
That hasn't eaten enough eggs.
Give us a call, unless, of course... Oh, gosh.
It's egg-delicious.
I need to start, really editing.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what this isn't helpful. I've told you this. This is egging ridiculous.
I got to start reading through these. Text us if you have a question, concern, complaint, compliment, suggestion. Just send us a picture of an egg.
Please.
Oh,
how creative can you get with a picture of an egg?
Oh, and we're proud to announce that Mikey will be dropping reels on her own soon, called Mikey-on-the-Philosophical Mic. There'll be short reels of Mikey spreading her philosophical
and I might smash an egg on my forehead.
On YouTube. I want to do that. We'll be talking more about that in the
maybe I'll let you. You'd probably get more views if you smashed the egg on my forehead.
And as we previously mentioned, we're looking to hire an intern for Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast. If you'd like to work with a couple of seasoned podcasting pros, think us a call or email us. Yeah, I think we're looking for someone pursuing a mass communications or broadcast journalism major. We won't be paying a salary, but we will offer $50 a month stipend. Also, we'll pay mileage to and from the compound.
And you'll be working under a person who has a degree in mass communications.
There you go.
So see,
she'll take your tests.
Yeah. No.
There are free drinks,
can't admit that,
food, and eggs at least once a month when we
and eggs.
We need help with maintaining the podcast schedule, booking podcast guests, and possibly down the road editing the recorded episodes, even running the board, because Mr. Robin isn't worth a bucket doing it.
He has to write himself notes just to remember to record the shit.
I actually have a note on my board now that says, "Hey, stupid, did you hit record?
Is the red light on?"
So please give us a call or drop us an email if you're interested. In the meantime, tell all your friends to listen to this podcast as though their lives depend on it. As always, you can stream or download episodes of Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast wherever you usually find that sort of nonsense. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the Podbean app, Apple Podcasts, Player FM, Listen Notes, and Podchaser. You can also stream them directly from our Podbean website at mrrobinshoodpodcast.podbean.com.
And if you go there, then we know you went there.
Oh yeah, because we rack up points in the traffic.
Yeah, we hit 100,000 downloads. Wait, no, 1,000, but I wanted it to sound better.
Oh, you did.
And then I realized, that's such a lie.
I'm going to edit out your retraction.
What? No. You were talking about those 100,000 eggs. It's all I could think about.
Mikey said it, so it must be true.
It's like the Google. If it was on the Google, it's true.
So we'll close now by reminding everyone, as we always do, stay hungry.
Stay foolish.
And most importantly,
stay weird.
bye.
Later.